Hello everyone,
This is
Kay and
I'm Andy. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are so excited to be having conversations with you guys, sharing them on this platform. We're so excited for today's conversation.
Yes.
It is one that we are all guilty of.
Very guilty.
I know that I'm guilty of this. I know that you are. And I know that you are too. But at the same time, I think that it is one that we have all been subjected to. I know that I have, and I know that you have too.
On a daily basis.
Yeah. So today we'll be talking about
body shaming.
Yes. But before we dive into that, we'll start off on a very light note with our Women Crush Wednesdays.
And my Women Crush Wednesday is Omasa Chabandlovu. She is amazing.
Goddess.
She is an actress. She is a radio host. She is a producer. She's just everything.
She's an all-in-one. She's a great.
She is awesome.
I used to watch her on The Big Debate, and I used to think this woman is a beast.
She's a beast. Okay.
She's a great Women Crush Wednesday. Okay, so I'm excited about mine. Oh my God, I feel like she is strong. She represents strength. She is such an inspiration. Oh, she's so amazing. I feel that she's perfect for today because I feel like she will resonate with the conversation that we're going to have today. I think she has been subjected to body shaming a lot. I feel like publicly that is. I feel like she has defied all odds that came for her. She was able to thrive and not let anything get her down. Not let any negativity, not let society define what it is to be a woman, how a woman should look like, and all of that. And I'm so excited. Her name is Caster Semenya.
Yes.
She is a multi-gold medalist. She is wonderful. If the word perseverance was a person, definitely would be her.
Great one.
She's my
That's
Woman
a
Crush
great one,
Wednesday.
Andy.
So let's dive right into it. What does body shaming mean to you?
To me, body shaming would be making comments on a person's appearance, their size, and their body, with sort of the intention to make them feel like there is something wrong with their body. And so what is body shaming to you?
I feel like body shaming is, making certain remarks about a person's weight, how they look, with the intent to make them feel bad about themselves, about how they look. You want them to doubt themselves, doubt how they look, not see themselves as beautiful, and feel like there's something wrong with them. So I feel like if you make certain remarks that make people feel bad about themselves, make them feel ashamed and make fun of the way they look. I feel like that's what body shaming is.
Yes, it's like attacking someone's body image and their body confidence.
Definitely. Yeah. Because you could feel so comfortable and so confident in your skin, and then the minute somebody makes a remark about or your weight or your bum or something, then you feel like you start to look and you feel like something is really wrong with you.
Yeah, which it feels like, for me, it's like we don't just wake up and start feeling not confident with our bodies. I feel like society as a whole teaches us to not love our bodies through body shaming, because we are taught body shaming.
Definitely.
You don't just wake up and say, I don't like my bum, I don't like this. No, people tell you that there's something wrong with your bum, and then from then onwards you start feeling insecure.
You start feeling it.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because when I read this study, and they were saying 2 in every 5 women has been body shamed, and 1 in every 5 men has been body shamed. So why do you think that it's more women that are being body shamed than men?
I think it's because women are sort of subjected to, a woman is supposed to have this ideal body, like some hourglass shape, or you're supposed to be petite, you're not supposed to be thick, or you're supposed to be this. I think the underlying issues is expectations zabantu and society, and that's wrong.
I think I think, just to add on what you've said, somebody will say to me, no, it's because there's more women than men. No, the study is not about that. I think, and I'm going to touch on a soft spot. I think that because not only men body shame women that add on that study, but because women body shame women.
A lot.
Yesterday, I think I saw on Facebook, there was a lady that posted a picture of herself and this other lady, while everybody else was kind of like, oh, you look so beautiful, liking and everything. And this one lady commented on the picture and was like, you need to go to the gym. You're full of cellulite.
Oh, no.
And it's like, that is another woman. And that woman probably has cellulite herself. She probably has stretch marks herself. As a woman,
those things are normal.
Yeah, but how it makes you feel. If you stand in front of a mirror and you see that you've got a stretch mark, you stand in front of a mirror and you see a little bit of an error here and there. And so for somebody to point it out publicly to you, while you obviously uncomfortable about my body.
Exactly.
The mere fact that she posted, it meant that she was comfortable. But here comes another lady and kind of like
attacking,
bashing that, and now she's allowing everybody else that didn't see that come in and have a comment on that.
For me, I feel like with women body shaming other women, it comes down to the thing of women see other women as competition in a way. So they feel like if you put so and so down, that's going to make you feel better about yourself, but in reality it doesn't.
Yeah, speaking of that, a friend of mine, when I was doing the survey earlier last week, before we started the show, I surveyed a few guys and a few women, and this one guy said to me, you know what, Andy, you women are so obsessed with each other. He put that word. And I said, how do you mean? He said, you'd be walking at a mall with your boyfriend or your friends, and the one thing that women are going to be doing is staring at each other and picking on each other. Check, how does she look? Oh, she's dressed so ugly. Why did she put that with that? Why does she look that way? Oh, she's so fat. She shouldn't have worn that top. And you've ruined your entire experience. You're at the mall. You should be having fun. You should be playing games or doing something. But all you're doing is busy watching all these women go up and down. And you're busy like body shaming. You know what I mean?
And I feel like an important thing that we need to touch on is to explain the types of body shaming that are out there, because I feel like people don't really have a proper understanding of what body shaming is. Body shaming is not just about okay, you're thin or you're fat. That's not just it. It goes deeper than that, and I think we need to touch on that.
Yeah, definitely. It's not just about how big or how thin you are. It's also about the height. Some people are short and they're uncomfortable with their shortness.
I'm short.
Short stuff. But, some people are short and they're uncomfortable, and some people are very tall. There are some tall women and that are not really confident and comfortable with that. So people, when they start picking on that and they start publicly picking on that, it makes that other person uncomfortable, and it makes that other person, feel not so confident, even though they were not feeling that way. Then they start to not feel very much confident in their own skin, and I don't think that we should feel that way as human beings. Just in general, I think we should love ourselves. But how do you love yourself when you have all these people just kind of like bashing you all the time?
It's really challenging.
And I feel like also the way we as women, we also body shame men a lot. And when I was doing the survey, I realized that a lot of men are being affected by body shaming.
Yes, but they don't speak out as much.
That's what they said. They say, you know what, because it's emotions now. That's where the emotions come in. The women will speak more openly about it, but men will kind of like shy away from the conversation. But nonetheless, it does affect them. And some of them say, they do get depressed of how they look, and they start being uncomfortable, and they start not really approaching women and stuff like that, because maybe their ex-partner would always tell them maybe, oh, you don't have this and that, and
that's wrong.
You know what I mean? So they start not feeling so confident and all of those things. So I think we should also be mindful as women that, we also do have a part to play in this thing.
Yes, we need to step away from the victim role and also acknowledge that we too have been, body shaming people and find ways to step away from that because it's wrong.
I think the most dangerous body shaming is when you do it publicly, when you allow millions of other people come in. And I think that comes with these social media platforms. I think oh my God.
I feel like when it comes to social media, you find a lot of bullies, especially when it comes to body shaming. People are so confident behind their keyboards, bringing other people down, telling you, are you fat? Are you too thin? You need more breasts? Like, stop it, you guys. Like, stop it.
I have been subjected to body shaming this week. This guy on Facebook said, oh my God. He said, do you have a cleavage? Or are your breasts doing social distancing?
How dare he?
And I knew my breasts were doing social distancing. And I knew that was it.
But on a serious note though, I feel like in as much as you and I may find it funny.
Yeah. Someone else might not be as comfortable with those breasts being that way. They might take offense.
Yes, because I feel like people tend to make fat jokes, skinny jokes, short jokes, tall jokes, and I feel like that's really wrong because at the end of the day, other people will internalize what you're saying about them, and that will affect their self-esteem and their body image. Like, that's just, can we please just try to...
So with this whole body shaming thing comes certain side effects to it.
Yes.
Okay, so the effects of body shaming are very serious.
Yes.
With all jokes aside, I think we should be very careful of the things we say to each other.
We need to be mindful of what we say because I feel like we've gotten to a point as a society where
we make everything a joke.
Apart from that, babe, I feel like we've become very numb to what we're saying.
Oh yeah.
I feel like, because imagine I come up to you, I don't even know what you're going through as a person. I'm just attacking you by you. I'll be gay, unje, like, that is so wrong. Why is image so important that you would rather break a person down?
Who said you were perfect?
Question.
For you to start pointing out people's errors according to you.
Exactly.
If I have a problem with you, the way you look, keep it to yourself.
It's not important.
Keep it to yourself. I don't have to tell you so that you can feel bad about yourself. I really don't have to. And I think besides men body shaming women and women body shaming women and vice versa and so forth, and with social media, I think also traditional media has played the biggest role. I think it is the biggest culprit when it comes to this whole thing. I think it is the source. It comes from there because I feel like it has... Have you ever seen an advert, alcohol, anything, perfume, fragrances and all of that? Have you ever seen a plus-size woman advertising?
No,
I don't think so.
It's very rare.
It's very, very rare. I don't think I have seen it.
I haven't.
You'll always see these, I don't want to say skinny, but you'll see the lean type women. And so they pushing that narrative that is what's beautiful, that is what's selling, that is what, you know what I mean?
And I feel like as a society, we need to redefine the meaning of beauty. Because this idealized whatever of you're supposed to look a certain way to be beautiful, that's wrong.
I think also another type of body shaming is actually shaming somebody for their pigmentation. Because we have people, it's part of body shaming. Body shaming is so broad.
I am so happy
it's not just about big, small, it's height, everything.
A lot goes into
pigmentation, and I feel like we have so many women that have gone to
bleach
their skin just to fit in. Because again, I believe that the media has shown,
lighter women,
yellow bones to be the prettiest women.
And that is wrong.
You know what I mean? And so now if you find yourself with melanin, it's like, oh no, you are not pretty.
The struggles I've had, people always be like, she's a dark beauty and all of that. And I've always asked myself about
Don't need dark
why
beauty.
are you highlighting the dark part instead of just saying, Kamva, I find you beautiful.
Yeah.
Why do you have to like mention the darkness part?
Beauty.
I'm like,
because we don't say to light women,
yellow
you are
beauty.
yellow beauty.
What is
light
that?
beauty? No. So I feel like that's also a way
That's
of
wrong.
yeah, that's
it's body
wrong.
shaming as
Yeah.
well.
And I just feel like we need to be kinder
To each other, you guys.
we need to be kinder. We need to learn. We need to learn to be kind.
And we need to step away from this idea of, because Abandu in most cases they say, when it comes to I don't like your stretch marks, I don't like this. They say they're being honest, and I say there's a thin line between honesty and being rude.
Okay.
You need to like know that, because you can't just come to a person and bash their image and say I'm being honest. That's not honesty.
No, that's
You're
not
being
honesty.
rude.
You're being rude. And there's something that I found quite interesting when I was busy with that study. It showed that number one people on the list that do body shaming the most is mothers.
Oh, yes.
I was shocked. The study showed that mothers, parents are the worst when it comes to body shaming. They were number one on the list. And I resonated with this. At first I found it shocking and I said, no way.
It's very
and then
true.
I thought about it. Recently I visited my grandmother. And I hadn't seen her in a while. And the minute I walked through the door, before she even hugged me or everything, she was like, you. And I was like, and you know what? And I knew she didn't mean it that way. She just used to me being a certain way. And so even though I didn't take offense per se, but guess what I did? After everything, before that night ended, I did go to the mirror. And I did try to check what she was talking about. You know what I mean? I was like, I needed to see. Really? You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. Like, and then I understood why they were top of the list.
Yes, and I feel like it affected you, even though you might not have really paid attention to it
at that moment.
But I think it's because of these people, we trust their opinions and we hold them in such high regard, even if she didn't mean it in a bad way.
She didn't mean it in a bad
exactly,
way. But
so
it did kind of affect me because I did find myself going to the mirror and checking if where is it? Where's the fat? And then I found that number 2 on the list were friends.
Yeah.
And I found this to be true.
It's very true. Very true.
That I don't even think we should dive into that one because we know friends, they be talking about you behind your back
all the
saying,
time.
Oh my God, look at her. You know what I mean? And then number 3 on the list that was very interesting: spouses, boyfriends. I will die when this one comes because you want to look perfect for that man. Girl. And then when that man tell you or something, you start to feel a certain way.
I relate to that one a lot. I remember an ex of mine told me that you are Alicia, you're fat, and that took me. I was not okay. I hit the gym, I started jogging, and I'm like,
because you want to impress.
I wasn't even impressing because we were separated, but I don't know.
Oh, it was an ex already.
But it was like, that worked me. I don't want to lie. And I got to a point where I'm like, why am I so concerned and bothered by what he has to say? I was like, stop it.
I just think that it's not your responsibility. And I feel like when I say that, I mean like, I just, when you're speaking in your head. Because I just had a moment right there where I wanted to say we need to love ourselves. We need to appreciate ourselves, be confident in our skin. But really, can we if we are constantly being scrutinized? We can't. You just can't. You are going to try to love yourself the way you are, and then somebody's going to keep on keeping on, and you're going to keep on keeping on taking that in. So I feel like it is each and every one of us' responsibility just to be kind. And guess what? Mind your business. Fat, thin, short, long,
it's none of your business.
Mind your business.
Like, stop.
Keep it to yourself. It's none of your business. Does it concern you?
No.
Does it concern you?
The
I mean,
anger.
like, it doesn't concern you.
No.
So keep it to yourself. If it doesn't affect you in any way, keep it to yourself.
And we need to stop feeling the need to comment on everything we see. Tula.
Tula. Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I think
Because
it is my responsibility to shut up.
Like
My responsibility. It's not her responsibility to be prettier than she is, to be thinner or tula wena, because you're the one with the problem. Or just susa amehlo wakho kule ndawo ungayithandiyo and move on.
Exactly, because why do we need to keep on breaking each other down? Like, why are we doing that?
No, we
that
shouldn't
is so
do that.
wrong.
And I feel like also the effects of body shaming, like we said earlier, they can be really serious. Yes. They can lead to depression. They can lead to eating disorders. They can lead to depression and anxiety. They can lead to suicide.
Yes, and bodily harm, because the person is going to feel like, I'm not what society wants, so why should I be here? You know?
Yeah. So as a finance we don't take things the same
exactly
way. So I feel like that's why I can't emphasize this enough. Be kinder to people. Be kind. That's all you need. You just need to be kinder.
It doesn't take a lot of energy to be kind to people.
Because
when you're being rude, because you need to.
And because you know what, I feel like we are going through a lot.
Exactly. You see, so everyone is fighting their own battle.
On top of my own battles, here comes somebody tackling me for something I cannot change.
Something you have no control over.
Something I have no control over. You know what I mean? Someone comes and adds on this stress on top of what I'm going through. So I feel like we need to be kinder to each other.
We need to.
Because we lead people to depression. We lead to people as a society. What I'm trying to say. We lead people to depression. We lead to people to anxieties. You know, and all these things because everyone is almost trying to fit in.
Exactly.
And trying to
be this perfect
to
image.
Be there and fit in and to be accepted. We all just want to be accepted. You know what I mean? And it costs other people's lives.
Yes.
When they feel like it's enough, they can't take any more. So I feel like, guys, let's just be kind.
We need to also,
there's no way around it.
We need to move away from the body shaming and be on the body positivity movement and just support and love one another.
Yeah. So guys, but this doesn't mean that you cannot tell your friend if you are genuinely concerned. If I can see that my friend is losing so much weight and I don't understand why, and I'm genuinely concerned, if they are picking up so much weight and I'm genuinely concerned, I want to know what's wrong. Maybe there's something wrong with that person. Then you can privately speak to that person.
And you also need to work on your approach.
Absolutely. The approach is everything.
Because I remember when was it? 2018, I wanted to lose weight. And people were like, don't lose too much weight. Why is losing weight being associated with being thin? Why can't people just accept that, okay, maybe you're trying to be a certain size?
Yes.
Why people do
they... Mind your own business.
Yes,
whether I want to lose weight or not. But like I said, if you are genuinely concerned and you think that there's a problem, then you can kind of take that person to the side and kind of talk to them privately with kindness and love and show that you are concerned. And I think that also we can share a few helplines. If you find yourself that you are
not
coping and you feel like you're having certain eating disorders, maybe you have an unhealthy diet, maybe you're starving yourself or you overeating because maybe somebody said you're thin. I think you should contact Eating Disorder South Africa. Yes.
And the South African Depression and Anxiety Group.
Yes.
And
also
the Destiny Helpline for youth and students.
Yes.
Yes.
Those might be of help to you guys if you're feeling depressed, anxiety, you feel like you want to commit suicide, I don't know, but if you feel like you can't take it anymore and it's
if you feel like you're losing your grip, please
contact any of those.
Normalize looking for help. There's nothing wrong with you. Please go find help.
All the way. please. At this moment, we can't give out any contact details. We can only give out the organization's names so that you can look it up and you can find the contact details yourself. At a later stage, though, we will be able to give out those contact details of any organizations that might be of help to any of you guys. So, guys, let's just normalize being kinder to each other. Let's normalize being just spreading the love, and just let's normalize minding our own business.
And normalize
If you don't need to comment, if you don't need to say,
Shut
if you have
up.
nothing nice to say.
Yes. Zip it.
So I think that brings us to the end of our show. That brings us to the end of our show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for the support. I hope you guys are going to keep supporting us, and you're going to tune in again next week when we talk about something else interesting. Take us out.
Yes, could you guys please find us on our other social media platforms, which is Instagram. Our handle is Chit Chat Wednesdays, and on Facebook. However, our page on Facebook is still in the works, but when it's up and running, we will let you guys know, and please continue showing us some love. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do. This has been fun. This has been so much fun, so educational, and I think we can take a thing or two. I know that I have. So I think I'm thank you guys so much. Please keep subscribing. Subscribe.
Like, comment.
Scrub. And comment. Oh yes. One other thing. You guys can join the conversation.
Yes,
you guys
feel free to comment.
Comment if you have any suggestions.
You can DM us on our social media platforms, and also catch us on Instagram TV later today. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.